So I'm so excited to welcome our next presenter. Her name is Trish King, and she is our certified Viniyoga teacher. I probably totally butchered that, Trish, so you'll have to correct me. She has been practicing yoga for 25 years and teaching for 13 years. And she has many, many hours under her belt. And she is currently a teacher at LifeTime Fitness here in Kingwood and at Peaceful Breath Yoga as well. She offers group classes, private instruction, and on lots of different varieties of things that she can help you with. She is dedicated to sharing yoga in a positive, accessible way so that the practice meets the unique needs of her students. So she's here about making yoga for everyone, which I love. Because a lot of people think, well, I'm not bendy, or I'm not hippie enough to do yoga. But Trish is that bridger of people of taking it from your normal everyday person to someone that can love and use yoga and breathing in their life to help them manage stress, manage trauma, manage grief, and all of the different things that we've got going on. So Trish, let's go ahead, and I'm going to turn the time over to you. Let me stop my thing. Hey, there you are.
Nice to see you. Thank you for the warm welcome, and it's great to be a part of this webinar today. Thank you, Nicole.
You're so welcome.
So it is pronounced Viniyoga. That is the style of yoga that I teach. And I also teach at Rowland-Ballard Studio, and I'm here using their space today, so I want to extend a thanks to them for use of the space today. Since the hurricane, I've really had the experience and time to reach out with yoga to help people process the emotions that the hurricane revealed. So I know we've been talking a lot on the webinar today. There's been a lot of stress, anxiety, depression, a lot of fatigue, a lot of fear, anger, a lot of physical pain, some injury and illness since the hurricane. So as your last speaker was talking about, Tamara, so important to take into account the various tools that are available to help us process this traumatic event in our lives, and as well as so much going on in our country right now with other natural disasters and events that are stressful.
Hey Trish, 1 second. We're having problems there. We're having a hard time hearing you, and your video is not showing up. So I see your video, but the people are not seeing your video. Okay.
There I am.
There you are. Let's see can you guys see her now? Let's see. We're gonna wait for them to type in because I don't want you to do a whole everything. Okay, yes, now they can see you. And just maybe speak up a little bit because it's kind of soft.
Okay, hi Janet, I can see you.
There we go.
Okay. So could you hear what I was talking about before so since the hurricane, some of the emotional, physical, and mental challenges that have come up since the hurricane.
Yeah.
So I was talking about how, my own personal experience and observations, I've noticed fear, trauma, physical injury and illness, anxiety, sleep issues, grief, depression, overall stress. And through my Viniyoga practice, using the tools of Viniyoga, I found comfort, solace, and a way to unravel and manage the stresses and tensions that have come up since the hurricane. I feel that yoga can be a place of support, transformation, nourishment, and finding some peace through a stressful time. So that's what I'd like to share today, is a little bit of a Viniyoga practice that's helpful for managing stress. You know, when our body is responding to acute stress, the sympathetic action of the nervous system occurs. There are physiological responses that happen, and your body is mobilized for action, and fight or flight is triggered. There is, of course, you know, with fight or flight, it's an important mechanism for helping in survival. But when it becomes a chronic feeling in the body, it can lead and contribute to a wide range of health challenges and conditions. So it's important to find healthy ways to cope with and manage stress. We want to take the body out of a hyperarousal state and activate our parasympathetic system, parasympathetic action of our nervous system. And through yoga, you can help yoga, especially breath and movement together, you can influence the sympathetic and parasympathetic regulation. Learning to deeply relax, if you're lucky enough on a daily basis, if you can teach yourself to do that, is such an important life-enhancing skill. Today, our practice that we're going to share is one that is nourishing and calming and helpful for relief of stress. And if you're home and you want to practice it, be in some comfortable clothes and pull up a towel on the floor or a mat, or just lay down on the floor and listen and participate. As with any new practice, if you have health issues that you're concerned about, you might want to speak with a health practitioner before embarking in any new program. I have one of my long-term friends, Rosanna Nall, is here. She's going to demonstrate. I'm going to scoot out of the way, and I'm going to speak the practice to her and give her guidelines for her practice, and you'll see her move. And Viniyoga is movement and breath. It's a practice that adapts to your unique abilities and to where you are. And I'm excited to share that with you. If you can, you know, find a little time every day to sit with your breath and sit with yourself quietly, you'll find a big benefit to managing the day-to-day stresses that come up. Moving your body in rhythm to breath is so beneficial. And it's like a really great time to check in with yourself and find your own inner sanctuary, your own inner anchor that helps you with the rest of life. So I'm going to invite Rosanna to come on over and come to the mat. And I'm going to scoot back a little bit out of the way. So we're going to start lying down on the floor. Legs are about hip distance apart. Arms alongside the body, palms up. And just take a moment to settle down to your mat and notice what you notice. With your eyes closed, your ability to kind of settle and observe from the inside out is a little bit easier. Observe where your thoughts are at the start of your practice now. Observe how the body's feeling. And then bring your attention to your breathing. As you're breathing, notice the sensation of breath in the body. This practice, we're breathing in and out through the nose. Simply observe where you feel, sense your breath first. Notice how the body moves in rhythm with the breath. And then begin to gently deepen your breath. Allow the feeling of breath to come all the way down to the belly. So allow the belly to expand up on the inhale and then fall down to the back on the exhale. And just for a few more rounds, observe the flow of your own breath and how it's moving in the body. I'm going to begin to move with the breath. On your next inhale, flex your left foot, toes up towards the sky. On the exhale, relax the ankle. And then change the right ankle. Inhale, flex the right ankle. And exhale, relax the right ankle. One more time each side. Inhale, left ankle. And relax the left ankle. Inhale, right ankle. And relax. Let's move our arm in combination with the leg. Inhale, right arm forward, up and above you, behind you as the left foot flexes. Exhale, arm comes back, ankle relaxes. Repeat the opposite side. Inhale, reach up above and behind and flex. Exhale, arm comes back and ankle relaxes. Repeat that to each side. Breathing in, flex and reach. And exhale, come on back. And left side, repeat. And then we're going to use both arms at the same time. Flex both feet. Inhale, arms forward, up and back. And when you get to the back, just pause for a moment. And then exhale, arms come forward, up and back. Relax the ankles. Repeat that again, finding that moment of pause at the end of your inhale. A pause that we'll call retention. Just pausing with the breath. And then exhale, arms and ankles. And take a moment here to observe any little shifts or changes that you already feel from connecting movement and breath. And I'll take this time to remind you that we always move in a way that feels comfortable for us. We all have a different threshold for breath. So it's always whatever you feel is comfortable and steady for your own body. If you feel your system becomes agitated with my cueing of breath, always come back to your own natural rhythm of breath. And we're going to bend one foot at a time and put the foot on the floor and turn the palms down alongside the body. Walk the heels so they're near the buttocks and fingertips can almost touch. Then you can walk your feet a little more forward. There we go. So take a moment before we bridge up the spine and just bring your attention to the spine. And while you're here, just notice your breath and how your spine is already responding with movement of the breath. Watch what the spine does as you're breathing. And on your next inhale, you're going to raise the spine up from pelvis, lower, middle, all the way up onto the shoulders. Chin can come a little toward the chest at the top, and then exhale the spine down, one bone at a time, like a pearl necklace, flowing easily. And repeat that. Press the feet down so you have a stable base. Inhale the spine up. And exhale the spine down, one bone at a time. Pelvis down. Inhale, arms raised forward, up and back this time. Spine up. Reach behind you. Exhale, leave the arms there. Roll the spine down. Feel each bone coming down. Articulate the spine. Hands come back alongside. And repeat that. Press the feet into the floor for support and stability. Inhale, spine up. Leave the arms reaching. Roll the spine down. So keep the elbows soften a little. It's reaching with energy. And pelvis back. Well done. Hands come back alongside the mat. Take a moment there Take one foot off the floor, the other foot off the floor. Drape one hand over each knee, fingers forward. Take a moment and widen across the chest. 2 times, exhale the knees toward the chest. Depress the back down into the mat. And again, inhale, move the knees away. And exhale, knees coming toward the chest. Well done. And release the feet back to the floor. Release arms back down. We're going to roll over onto our side, and then we're going to come onto our hands and knees into a tabletop position. Spread the fingers wide. Stack the bones from bottom to top. Knees are about hip distance apart. Chest wide. Take a breath in and lift the sternum away from the navel. Exhale, draw the tummy in. Bring the pelvis to the heels. Soften the elbows on the way down, pelvis toward the heels. Press into the palms. Draw the body up and forward. Inhale, Chakravakasana. Exhale, pull the tummy in. Rounding down to the bend the elbows. You can let the elbows soften there. Do that 2 more times. Breathe in to move forward. Draw the body up and forward. And exhale back. And last time. Inhale, drawing the body up and forward. Stop right about there with the pelvis. And now lift the chest. Stacking the pelvis above the knees. And draw on back. Pelvis toward heels. Bend the elbows, soften down. And pause there for a moment. And slide the body forward onto the tummy. So a lot of coordination with breath and movement, building our power of our breathing. This is going to be a version of Cobra, an adaptation of Cobra. Feet are about hip distance apart. Elbows are down alongside the ribs. Palms are wide. Rosanna, go on and turn your head toward me so you're on your left cheek. Take a moment and allow the pelvis and the legs to have weight. So for Cobra, the pelvis stays on the floor. On an in-breath, lift the chest away from the belly, press in the palms, lift up the neck and the head, keep the back of the neck long. And exhale, turn to the opposite side. And repeat that. Breath in, the chest lifts up, move the sternum away from the navel, and exhale the opposite side. Come on, take a breath up and in, and find that pause at the top. Just pause for a moment, retain for like 1 count. Exhale, turn the head. And again, breath in takes you up. Keep the chin a little toward the chest, so the back of the neck long. And exhale, turn. This time, come on up and retain for 2 counts. So stay up for about 2 counts. Inhale up. A little bit of a longer pause at the top. And exhale, always non-straining with your breath. And again, inhale up. Having the benefit of this version of having some movement through the neck. Good. Come on up. Inhale again. Lift the chest. Stay for 2 counts. And now exhale. Stay there. Just let the head come a little bit down, chin toward chest. Inhale, back up. And exhale, turn the head and lower down, head down. And repeat that. Inhale, chest up, head follows. Retain for 2 counts. Exhale, lower down a little, chin toward the chest. And inhale, lift. And exhale, turn the head and float down. Good job. Pause there for a moment. Bring the hands down next to the body. Relax through the shoulders. Observe what you feel internally, sensation-wise. And turn the head the opposite way. Bring the palms under the shoulders. Press the body back up to the tabletop position. Stack the hips above the knees. Take a breath in, lift the chest, exhale, move the pelvis back down to the heels, pull the tummy in, soften the elbows on the way down. And do that 1 more time. Inhale, moving up and forward. And exhale, moving back and down. Then you can lift the torso up above the pelvis, and we're going to come to stand. So building the breath, we're using a little bit of retention after the inhale. Has a brahmana or nourishing effect for the nervous system. Pressing the feet down, we're going to come into Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to come up on our toes. On a breath in, turn the palms out. Inhale the arms to the side and above you. Come up on the balls of the feet, arms all the way up. Retain one and exhale back down. Love that. Come on up and do that again and retain again one. And exhale back down. Keep the toes on the floor on the way down. Inhale, plant the feet down. Inhale up. Retain 2 counts. And exhale. Is that a comfortable pace? Yeah. So comfortable pace with your breath. Again, inhale up, retain for 2 counts. And exhale down. And again, inhale up, retain for 2 counts, all the way up. Retain for 2. Exhale, soften the elbows, firm the tummy. Inhale back up. And float the arms down, heels come down. I know it takes some work to have that balance. And repeat that again. Inhale, up we go. We have focus and balance on Tadasana. And staying for breath. And floating down. Well done. So pause here and have some free breath. I know you need it about now, sure. Breathing through the nose, eyes are open and soft focus just over the tip of the nose. Observe what you feel happening in the body. Do you notice any different energy or sensations in the body here? Okay, and then we're going to come on back on down to the knees for Vajrasana. So come up and stand on the knees. We're going to do an adaptation of Vajrasana with one arm forward and one arm behind the back. So on a breath in, turn the palms out to the side, breathe the arms up and above you. On an exhale, right arm sweeps behind you, turn your head to the right, left arm forward. So the hand comes to the sacrum. Inhale all the way back up, arms up high. Exhale, head toward the mat, left arm sweeps behind, right arm forward. And repeat that one more time each side. Breathe in to take you up and breathe out. So inhale and exhale are about equal in duration here. And now we'll take that twice, just coming onto the forehead. Breathe in to come up. Both hands sweep to the sacrum. You can let the head come down a little sooner. And inhale, arms rotate up and back, chest lifts. And exhale, back down, forehead down toward the mat. And then just come on back up, come on up, and float the arms all the way down. Good job, Rosanna, thank you. And once again, just pause and observe the effect of the breath and movement. It's so nice to take this opportunity to bring your focus and attention inside and move from the inside out at a pace that's just right for you. Bring the legs around in front of you, and we're going to recline down onto our back for a supine twist. So feet on the floor, knees up. You can take the arms to a T shape, palms down. Bring them a little bit lower than the shoulder, right about there is great. And then lift one leg at a time off the mat. Take a breath in there. Exhale, knees to the right side. And just go notice how long the exhale is. Head can turn left. And if your legs don't want to go all the way down, you can put a block or a pillow under them. Inhale, back up. And we're going to go this opposite side about the same time with the exhale. So you're observing how long is my exhale. Take a breath and come back up. Add like 1 second to your exhale. Exhale. Take a little longer each time and come on back up. And we twist and exhale, just slowing the exhale down by about 1 count. Inhale, back up. Exhale, add 1 more count, so it's about 2 seconds extra. Exhale down. And then pause at the bottom of your exhale. Inhale, back up. And slowing down the exhale over to the opposite side and pause at the bottom there. Inhale, back up. Again with that 2 extra counts on the exhale over to the right side again. And if comfortable for you, add an extra count to this pause at the bottom, suspending the breath. Inhale, back up. And then they go to the left side again with that 2 extra counts. And having a 2-second pause at the bottom of your breath when you're done exhaling. Inhale, back up. Great job. Come back to neutral alignment. Stay there. Bring the hands on top of your knees. Moving to Apanasana. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale away. Add a count to your exhale. A little slower. Do it again and slow down even a little bit more. Draw the tummy in toward the spine. It's like the abdominals are helping the knees move in. Relax the elbows by the ribs, wide across the chest. And 1 more time. So about 1 more time with 3 seconds coming in, 3 seconds extra. Drawing them in. Well done. And release the feet back to the floor. Pause for a moment. Turn over onto your side and sit the body into an upright position, cross-legged. So in our yoga tradition of Viniyoga, we move the body. Asana is the movement and the poses and the shapes we make. We coordinate the movement with the breathing. And then we sit for pranayama, so stretching the breath. We've stretched the breath with our movement, and we're going to continue that now. So there's a lot of different breathing techniques we can use. Today we're going to simply continue what we've been working on in class, which is a little bit of the inhale and finding the pause with the inhale and the exhale, slowing down. Finding the pause at the end of the exhale as well. So feel where your breath is now, Rosanna. Just kind of get a sense of equality between the inhale and exhale to start your breathing practice. And as you're ready, after your next inhale, retain about 2 seconds of breath. So just hold for about 2 beats or 2 counts. So breathing in And then exhaling fully. Match your exhale to your inhale. And again, take a breath in and retain about two counts. And exhale to match the inhale. Do that a couple more times, keeping the exhale and inhale equal, with a little bit of retention at the top. And then on your next exhale, add 2 counts of suspension after you've exhaled. So that little pause at the bottom of your exhale. And continue with this breath. Inhale and exhale about even, with a little 2 count of retention and a little 2 count of suspension. And if it feels at all uncomfortable or too much, shift to your regular breathing rhythm. And then if comfortable for you, you can add 1 more count of suspension. So after the exhale, adding 1 more bit to the exhale, pause. And then if comfortable for you, you can add 1 more count after the inhale to the retention. There's a little pause at the end of the suspension, a little pause at the end of the inhale, and a little pause at the end of the exhale. And then we'll kind of walk back off that process and take 1 count off of the retention for a breath. And take 1 count off of the suspension for a breath. And take another count off of each one at a time. So another count off the retention and another count off the suspension. And gradually let your breath come to a comfortable pace for you, unguided. Relaxed breath, just allowing it to flow through the body. Now slowly, we're going to descend back down to the mat for rest shavasana. Take your time, lower slowly down to the mat. You can extend the legs away from the body, separate them, arms down alongside the body, palms up. So we'll take a progressive relaxation through the body. I'm going to talk through that. And this is something you can do on your own at home at any time that you really feel the need to relax. So we'll go from the right toes, right foot, right ankle, softening and relaxing. The shin and the calf softening. Sometimes you might want to move the area of the body and kind of clench the muscle or tighten the muscle and then relax it. Or just bring awareness there. Coming up to the knee, soften the knee. Allow the thigh to relax. The right buttock and hip area. Up the right side of the back and rib cage, softening and relaxing. Up to the right armpit, shoulder joint, softening down to the mat. Down to the right forearm, elbow, wrist, and hand. So softening down through muscles, bones, joints of the arm, right arm. Come on back up and soften through the upper arm. The right side of your neck, just allowing the flesh to soften off the back of the neck. And then have awareness in the back of the head, right side of your head being heavy. Muscles of the right side of your face, your eye softening, your ear relaxing. And then take the awareness back down the left side. We'll start with the toes, left foot and ankle, left shin, calf muscle, relaxing, softening, the knee joint relaxing, left thigh, left buttock and hip area weighted, left side of your back and rib cage, left armpit, left shoulder, coming down upper arm to elbow to forearm, the wrist and the fingers, coming back up the left side of the body, left side of your neck, your head, your face on the left side, eye, your ear relaxed. Take a moment and soften your eyes in their sockets. Relax your tongue in your mouth. Soften the chest and heart space. And relax your belly. Just allow the body to be for several moments. Now taking a moment to reawaken the body and the senses. Bring your attention back to breath. Deepen your breath. And gently move your fingers and extremities in rhythm to breath. Notice your own vibration and pulse of life. And as you're ready, turn onto the side and come to sit upright. And just take your moment here and express gratitude for your precious life and your gift of breath. Okay, thank you, Rosanna. How do you feel? Fantastic. Fantastic? Great. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm coming back here. I'm coming into the chat room. So let's see where we go here.
Trish, that was awesome. I'm like trying not to fall asleep out of relaxation.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
And thank you, Rosanna, for being our demonstrator. You were awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, interesting fun fact, we share the same birthday, Rosanna and I. So,
Oh, that's great.
So anyway, so that practice was one that takes us a little bit into finding space, a little bit of an expanded breath with finding that retention of breath after we inhale slowly and gradually through movement, and then sitting with that at the end, as well as deepening our suspension, our exhale and our suspension. So the inhale can have a nourishing effect, and the exhale can have the effect of kind of calming the nervous system. So, are there any questions? I was trying to wake up.
No, we just have comments, and then we were not seeing you before, but I think it's good. You guys can type in questions if you have questions for Trish, or anything about how yoga can be very beneficial for trauma or for anything that you've been going through. I just think it's so important to honor your body and give your body what it needs to release that stress, because stress, it eats you alive from the inside out, doesn't it?
Right. And you know, with yoga can serve you in many different ways. The tools of yoga can serve you in many different ways. There are different practices, you know, depending on where you are with anything. We can create a practice to meet you exactly where you are, and help you transform and shift in ways that are beneficial for you. So
That's awesome. So Janet wants to know when you're going to start making videos.
I think we just did. Today.
We just started a new YouTube channel for Trish. No, that was great.
I guess the final thing I just want to say is thank you, Janet. I miss you too. Is that, you know, it's so easy to just sit with your breath and move and find that that rhythm, and developing a daily home practice is really easy. And I love helping people discover that. And once you have a home practice, it becomes like I said, it's your sanctuary, it's your life raft through the hurricane. My own personal practice was literally my life raft every day, getting there.
It's like brushing your teeth or taking a bath.
Yeah, brushing your teeth or taking a bath.
Just
Do it daily.
Yes, my teacher, Gary Kraftsow, says that some of what we do is like dental floss. Like you really know you need to do that, right? So.
Great. Thank you so much. It was an honor to have you guys here sharing us such amazing tools. so grateful for it. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for putting this all together, Nicole. And
Oh, no problem.